Lux presents Hollywood. Lever Brothers Company, the makers of Lux Toilet Soap, bring you the Lux Radio Theater, starring Margaret O'Brien, Lionel Barrymore, Louis Stone, and Edward Arnold in Three Wise Fools. Ladies and gentlemen, your producer, Mr. William Keeley.
Greetings from Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen. If when you're sitting at home some quiet night, alone, you suddenly hear a sound like this. Have you ever wondered what makes that shade unwind? Could it possibly be those little people, the leprechauns and the fairies whom we never see? Oh, you don't believe in them, eh? Well, then, let's see what happens to three skeptics like yourselves in Metro Goldwyn Mayer's Three Wise Fools, based on the play by Austin Strong, originally produced by John Golden. We are fortunate in having all four stars from the original fine cast: Margaret O'Brien, Lionel Barrymore, Louis Stone, and Edward Arnold. Margaret appears as a little Irish girl who moves into the home and heart of three hard-hearted disbelievers. Disbelieving, that is, in those same little people who are known to inhabit the bogs of Ireland. And speaking of Ireland, we have a letter forwarded by a youthful member of the Red Cross. It's from a pupil in a school near Dublin, and says in part, "Words cannot express how grateful we were for the welcome presents that he sent. The teacher let us pick what we liked, and I chose a case of Lux soap and a storybook." Well, I'm sure that boys and girls in Ireland, as in other lands, appreciate the packages the Junior Red Cross sends, and especially their kindness and discrimination in including Lux soap. Here's Act One of Three Wise Fools, starring Margaret O'Brien as Sheila O'Monaghan, Lionel Barrymore as Richard Daunt, Louis Stone as James Stumble, and Edward Arnold as Theodore Findlay. Many years ago, three young suitors, a doctor, a banker, a lawyer, each was desperately enamored of the beautiful Lena Fairchild. But suddenly Miss Fairchild fell in love with a stranger, a dark man from Ireland, so full of song and poetry that she agreed to run away with him. The three suitors discovered the elopers, and so violently did they threaten the stranger that he turned in his saddle to curse them.
"I am the O'Monaghan, who's broken bread with kings and sung before queens, and this is my church. No, not a church. I'll make it a blessing. Gentlemen, while Rena and I are in Ireland, may all your lofty dreams come true. May you, Richard Daunt, may you be the famous man of medicine. And you,
James Trumbull.
and you be the high and mighty lawyer you set your heart upon. And you, Theodore Findlay, may you get your $1 million, your glittering ton of gold, and may you go side by side on a wide, smooth road. In the name of the one-horned witch of the bog of Ardee, is spoken."
Well, 40 years went by, and the three disappointed suitors had become the three old bachelors. Theodore Findlay had acquired his ton of gold. Richard Daunt became a famous doctor, and James Trumbull a high and mighty lawyer. But with it all, they hadn't acquired one true friend. And so it was that the three old bachelors contemplated doing of a gracious deed.
I still say it's ridiculous, giving away a piece of property worth $50,000 just because you two are worried about how many carriages will be at your funeral.
And how many do you think you'll have at yours?
So we're making this magnificent gesture because the people of this community hate me. Is that it, Dr. Gaunt?
Why, they love you, Ted. That's why they call you Squeeze of Henry Kendall.
Oh, now, stop arguing. If we can buy a little goodwill with a gift, it's a bargain.
And to whom will we give the property?
To the university, of course. For years they've wanted that land to build a Greek amphitheater.
We get some wonderful publicity in the newspaper.
Yes, Paul Badger owns the newspaper, and Paul Badger hates us.
Well, now speak for yourself. You were the one who dispossessed his mother 25 years ago.
I'm a businessman.
Well, then, as a businessman, shut up.
Jim, get in touch with the president of the university. I'll get a hold of Badger, and they can both come here tomorrow.
Oh, is there anything I can do?
Yes. You go to the vault in that bank of yours and bring us the deed for the land. The deed of the old Fairchild estate.
Well, have you seen today's newspaper?
Leading citizens give university old Fairchild estate.
Well, now we can be proud of ourselves. This star won't forget us in a hurry. What is it, Cedric?
Excuse me, gentlemen, but a little girl and a man are calling. They look like immigrants.
Immigrants? Well, send them away. Who could they be?
Really nice, and telling so Davin.
Who are you, little girl?
Kilo Monahan. And there's not a cottage nor a castle in all Ireland. It's not honoured by these castles.
Oh, Monahan, did you say?
Yes, sir. Granddaughter of Michael D. O'Monahan.
Well, it's Rena Fairchild's granddaughter. Look at this man, will you?
What happens to me, sir? The O'Monahan servant, man and boy, for 50 years.
Where's your grandfather, child? Is he with you?
Grand is in Connemara. He got him on his hills, then he's straight up in his grave.
Standing up.
And why not? He lies against no man. God rest his soul. Granny's gone too.
Rena Fairchild is dead.
And because of her great kindness to you three gentlemen, she commissioned me to deliver to you her most precious treasure.
Well, really? What is it?
Glory Sleeping Says.
What? Her granny wanted you to be her dad.
What kind of parents take care of her?
She had none. Then passed none when she was a baby.
No, but we don't know anything about raising a little girl.
Oh, she's a smart one, gentlemen. What you don't know, she'll teach you. Right at the newspaper.
Oh, good lying, man. It's a dream of the women about. Somebody could read with your clothes and your buttons go straight.
Thank you, but we have a tailor.
But there's no love in the thread and you'd like a tailor.
My dear child, please. It's quite impossible.
I'm sorry. I should have known. You don't fancy.
Oh, isn't that so? It's simply that, well...
Oh, gentlemen, don't you all stand. That's baby while you're good.
Is this something we can do? We'll give him a few dollars or so.
Aye, there is something you can do. For the blasphemous sort, I'm thinking, you can pay for me soul. Come, me lady.
Cedric?
Is Mr. Sumner?
A competent butler would have spared us all that.
Yes, sir. I'm begging your pardon, the university president is here today. Miss Appleby? Oh, come in. Gentlemen, there's been a terrible mistake.
Mistake?
I really should have held off with that publicity.
Now, what's the matter with the publicity? You think it's fine?
But, gentlemen, the deed to the Fairchild estate. The deed you turned over to me is not the deed to the Fairchild estate. Here, look at it. What are you talking about?
We bought that property from Rena Fairchild years ago.
This deed is for the Rena Fairchild property on the other side of town. 10 acres of swampland.
What is the newspaper here?
No. I'll have it straightened out immediately.
Oh, I hope when you put in this, Mr. is printing another front-page story, and it will be most embarrassing to you to
Mr. Appleby, I'll see that you get the right deed in the morning.
Yes, of course.
Yes, good afternoon, gentlemen.
You half-wit.
You told us for years you had that deed.
Yes, I know, but giving the university 10 acres of swamp. Do you realize what Badger can do to us? He'll be hooted out of town.
Get back, you won't find out about it.
You'll buy it right now. You'll buy it. From who?
From Rena, of course. I'll cable her.
Rena's dead, you lame brain.
Well, then, the heir. Say, who's the heir? That little girl. And you sent her away.
I did not even
We'll argue about it later now. But right now we've got to find her.
Does it? Get the carriage.
Look at dear Davin. Granny's house. It's falling to pieces.
No. There's nothing left but to take out our American citizenship and go on the old age pension.
Is it charity you're supporting or staying that you live?
See, we can't live in this dilapidated old cabin.
I know. Oh, Davin understands. What will you do?
See, look, girl, I'll do it. I'll go to work.
Oh, no.
I will. I'll get it back.
But it would be like I was sitting there, laboring. Oh, I feel like Simon McGee.
Then there's not left but to tell this old place.
Philip, for honest sake, don't you ever... Oh, Gavin, look. That oak tree.
What about that oak tree?
What is the body? Fairies live in oak trees. The good people, the leprechauns. Lordy, please, they'll help us out of our trouble.
What are you going to do?
Don't worry about it, darling. I'm going to call them first.
Yes, Philip, yes.
Cooking the apple now. It's the moon on my knee. Darling, rock, there in the glass. The black must be in the west.
Oh, yes. I don't see nothing, my lady. Not a solitary fairy.
If you really just forgotten your bird, living so long in the street and land.
Yes, of course.
Birdies, birdies, big and small, husky, free, water's tall. Come out from your fairy days, and whiskey troubles all away. Oh, please, little fairies, please come out. I need your head so bad. I know you're only walking because Grandma said you were. But please come out.
Not a sign of it.
So what more can I do you up to, little thing? Are you going to come out larger than that? I'm only a mortal. I've got your dignity. Look. It's Gavin, look.
Yes, my lady, yes.
No, not the fairy. The gentleman. Oh, she's gone to the trouble and it's the gentleman. Oh, these black ladies who run. I believe that's it's over.
What have you come here for? You brought us here. Don't you apologize, Sheila. To take your home, live with us.
Oh, Lordy, Lord.
Oh, then you will come.
Oh, yes. We could also gather.
Wait. Did we have to come too?
Well, I couldn't go without the Gavin. He's me and Gavin.
Well.
I promised Fanny I'd take care of him. But Gavin's a very commanding street.
You might have waited for the cutting at it, maybe. Bring your bag to the carriage. Where is visiting the oak tree? If there is any of your men branches, I hope you know what you're doing. Speak up, Jim, speak up. Did you see good what? Gentlemen, our worries are over. We have become the legal guardians of Sheila O'Brien. Yes, what does she have to say about it? Yes, what did it say? You should have heard her telling what? How much she loved us. And what about the two believing the statesman of himself? Judge arranged that too. The child up to $60,000, which we will hold in trust for her, and the property is ours to turn over to the university. There. There's the bill. Well, I think this falls short of its goal. To our dear, beloved little ward, what's the name again? Sheila. Oh, yes, Sheila. Long but Sheila. There, but not to your head. I've wired Miss Marlowe's school to Philadelphia. They'll be glad to enroll the child any time we wish. That's it. The best place for them. For me, too. I'm sick of going around with a silly grin in my face just because the kid wants me to look happy all the time. Come in. I have run to announce my most powerful person, Miss Sheila O'Brien. Yes.
I've had this.
Yes, you look very nice, my dear. But a new dress?
There's this brown here, a Davenport, and you could see others. Foxes and foxes.
All thanks to you. Oh, fine, Catherine, fine. I hope you took them all on approval.
Oh, but I do approve, I do. A Gavin taking me to it, please.
I really?
Look, you see, Miss. A doll's house. Is that really cool?
No, that's not a doll's house, my dear. That's the model of a big theater. The biggest in the country. Entirely faced with marble. And if it hadn't been for you, they could never do it. Yes, it's going to be built on your granny's place, and you're going to make a lot of money out of it.
Oh, Granny's place?
And this is the paper that gave us the right to sell it.
Yes, it's a wonderful strain of good inside of you. But then why shouldn't it be wonderful men? But I'm just black money.
Yes, we wish to keep a broad, smooth road, and we have had pretty fair going. Yes, that one-horse which certainly did all right by us.
One-horned witch? Not the one-horned witch is the talk about you.
Yes, that's the one. On the body.
Oh, no. And it wasn't a blessing. It was the curse of the most terrible old witch in all Ireland.
Well, he wished me $1 million, Stephen, and I got it.
She's a poor darling. I must take the curse off of you.
Well, some other time, Stephen, some other time. Tomorrow, maybe, huh?
Well, no, now. It's 30 minutes.
No, now, Stephen, let's be sensible about this.
I am. And you see, just hopping on the edge of my...
Oh, no.
But now, cross your fingers went sideways to spring. As you one-horned witch, I call you forth and command you to take the curse off of this dangerous house. I, Sheila, stand up with Michael, V. O'Malley, until now break the evil spell and the duck, the banker, and the judge. Lie back and you to the bag of our deeds. Be gone. His eye, Sheila has struck. There, that's all the good, gentlemen. Now, if you're speaking, I'll get a clean sign.
Sheila, you're taking that paper.
But this is the thing that Deb Watson told me about.
Yes, but he's got a habit to go to drink with her.
I'm sorry. You can have the blade to us for the first someplace.
Why?
Really promised me to be like the dear night in his house.
Well, this is a fine setting of this. What's the whole talk about, my lady? A theater and a piece of paper.
I think he's promised to give me a lot of money to branch later.
And why?
To be with you for the Greek time.
A theater for the Greek?
Yes. All he says is now.
I see, my lady, there's an old little blast to me about this house.
I don't know anything. Or do I? Or Davenport?
Maybe what did the doctor want to watch? Now, that paper. You keep it in a big place, my lady.
I keep it in this. Come on. I just wanted to keep it with myself a little bit. I'm not doing it. The country that I can do anyone really care about.
All right, give me and make it quick.
I don't think that you're looking like an old man.
Well, I don't feel like smiling. I've been smiling all day. You want that piece of paper thing to your nightgown?
The piece of orange, Smith.
Oh, please. If you were to give me that piece of paper, I think maybe I could try her.
I make you smile without the paper.
Young lady, I haven't laughed in years.
Do you know what a laugh is, Dr. Richard? A laugh is a little ball of light with a big light. It's fast to your tummy and up to your office possible, trying to get into your mouth. Here's what's one inside of you now.
Hey, Dr. Vidor. You're undersized female.
But the poor thing's left its way. It's calling up your spine. It's coming out your ear. I can see it. It's up into your chin. It's calling down your jawbone. Look out, Doctor. Don't open your mouth and you jump right here. I told you. Don't you sit now. Good night, Dr. Richard. You got to on your stomach.
What are you laughing like this, Dr. Hood? You're in trouble. You're right up to your head.
I'm sorry if I disturbed you while
Hold on, William. What does you want?
She touched you in.
Touch me in?
I have to take care of you now to tell you why do you.
My dear young lady, you're not taking care of us, we're taking care of you. That's why we must, that's why we like to have that paper back.
I will know more about the paper. Now, sit down.
We'll go down. You
Yes, so I can see you and kiss you good night.
want to kiss me good night? Why?
Because I'm not sick. But no one ever touched you and kiss you good night before.
No, not for a very long time. And I'm an old man now.
Well, sir, Yes, he said he'd touch me since he was so big himself.
Who's Mr. O'Brien?
Mr. O'Brady's the man who never died. But I'm the telling you about it. You see, this kind of cousin Mr. O'Brady one day. Come along, you lad, said Jeff. It's time for you to join the band. And Mr. O'Brady said, "Well, now you need to go, but we've got me one small thing." "Well," said Jeff, "you just said live me steadily, and I'll call you any trouble. But is it too right? It's scared me right until I see you care about Mr. O'Brady. Where do I do that, said Jeff? Then, if I have your first with Mr. O'Brady, I'll never say any prayers again. And you never did. And you never did. And you live forever. Good night, Laura Jane. And after you Mr. Kinley thing, you're back to come with me. Is it about that I was so sensitive to him?
You have a lot of life and money that you don't get to run it.
See, if I had enough money, you're in this terrible thing.
What terrible thing?
See, I have to stick to work some place and say, this chance is all I keep it on with. The news is not coming. All some company men here can take, pushing down the street and snubbing her orders with an old wheel.
And who is Mrs. Murphy?
It's coming on with a black on it, and next to Lord, and the name of the king. And poor Leslie, standing by the street with the dark position back to his neck. So what did he finally do? He throws out Jesus' bucket and runs through the pit.
And who is Mrs. Murphy?
This is another religion.
And why couldn't you? Why not the sick?
Then I see the king, and I could be trouble.
Right.
Daddy left me home, the fire in the Winchell.
Oh, I see. I'm going out in the bed.
So he did. And he some time to go to the avenue. And then he went to the king's house. Mr. Kinley just with the woman. The dog there, I'm going. And the person is with you, they won't have a penny.
Well, thank you, Vidor. That's quite comfortable. But right now, I think that you just run along like that. Run along the bed. Well, now that you're ready to sit, suppose you tell us why. Well, you know, it's time to get my stuff started. I got it. See? You doing this property, as you get it. Now, I work with the police, of course. I must have walked right in the people's room to take it. I see trouble. I see guys. Oh, devil. It's the capability of drunken sadness. They will never take the man as he is keeping his bed and hold people sitting with his hat on. I guess the evil devil has to be a true success. And in the morning, I'm speaking out to you, and it's the Paul Tiger, the German. Oh, I see. Suppose now that the Wisconsin is up to your command. Even a poor work, Oh, devil. How would you like to earn a $6,000? No, it wouldn't be so bad. You like to do that in a country now. With him to do. Oh, everything. All right. And what you get to keep your hands open. When the little girl gets it together, all three girls. Good night, gentlemen. Good night, just blackmailer. Oh, are you thinking it? I think the lady stuff has been wearing I must look for it. See all the pictures, gentlemen. In a moment, you'll return with our stars, Margaret O'Brien, Lionel Barrymore, Louis Stone, and Edward Arnold, sing through Y2. Meanwhile, here's Libby Collins, our Hollywood report.
Well, Richard, I've just been to the university. Appleby, give us a few more days to deliver that deed.
If we don't deliver it, then what?
That's all Badger's waiting for. He'll nail us to the mast.
Winchell, Jim, come here. Where's Sheila? We're in the garden with O'Dowd. Good. What's the matter with you?
Would you listen to me just a minute? The fairies never leave an oak tree till the roots have died.
How you ever accumulated $1 million, I'll never know.
Well,
That's what Sheila said, isn't it? That's why she can't have the tree moved, isn't it?
Well.
Well, I've got the solution. Just now, while I was at the bank, a parade went by. Dugan's Lilliputians are in town. They'll be at the Vaudeville House all week. Pretty perfect midgets to the band. And I've hired them.
You what?
Yeah. I told Dugan exactly what to say. So tonight, right after dinner, you and I and Sheila are taking a walk to the Fairchild Estate.
Look, Sheila. A 3/4 moon. Do you know what that means?
Yes, it's the favourite moon of the little folk. And it's just getting nice for them to be gallivanting.
Well, that's why we thought it would be nice to walk over here, Sheila, to the oak tree. There's no telling what we might see.
Wait a minute. Where's O'Gavin? Wasn't he coming with us?
I'm afraid O'Gavin is a bit indisposed. He said he got lost in your cellar.
Oh, Sheila, that man. That man's nothing but a drunken old...
That's enough, Jim. That's enough.
I told him where he'd be. He said he'd follow us to Davenport.
Well, there's no need to wait. Now, let's start looking for the fairies, huh?
So close your eyes, everyone. Pooping, the apple small, face of blooming on their knees. Darling grass, bare Magloire, the last McBroom left cellar. You can open your eyes now. You can. Look, the tree. In your tree.
Music. I hear music.
The good people, they're there. Oh, don't you see them?
Yes, I see them.
Listen, someone's talking.
Fellow leprechauns, our fairy queen has asked me to explain why she has ordered us to move out of this tree. We are leaving because the heart of the roots is dying. Yes, our tree has Anzana pictures and is no longer a fitting home for us little people. In fact, the poor old tree should be cut down and put out of its misery.
Sheila, did you hear that?
Yes. The fairy queen has found us a new home far away. So let us depart while the moon's on the rise and the dew's on the grass. Come, little people, away, away.
There we go, Sheila. There they go. The pack on their back.
I see him. Oh, take me home. One small body can't stand anymore. The little people.
Well, you two old goats, did I solve our problem or didn't I?
The child's convinced she saw the fairies. She's upstairs now, probably dreaming about them.
But where's the deed to Rena's property? He still has that, hasn't he?
Quiet, she's coming. Well, Sheila, we thought you were asleep.
I was asleep all night. And when I took to thinking, I have everything your heart desires. But you haven't what you wanted to hurt. So if you're still set on the theater for the group, here's the deed to me property.
Oh, thank you, Sheila.
You can put yours to your mystery or do anything you want. It's not because I saw the little people. It's because you saw them. I know you believe because you saw them too.
Yes, Sheila. Yes, my dear.
Good night. And may God sit on your pillow.
Good night, Sheila. Good night.
Good night, my child.
Well, boys, this deed goes to Appleby tonight. I'll take it myself. The university gets its property, and the little girl has seen her fairies.
I think I'll go to bed.
Yes, I think I will, too.
Well, pleasant dreams, boys. We're sitting pretty.
Miss Sheila, ma'am, excuse me for interrupting your breakfast.
Yes, Frederick.
When there's a policeman, ma'am, with a message from old Davern.
Oh,
They
Davern.
picked him up last night in a brawl, miss. The message was he'd be obliged if you'd come and get him out of jail. Shall I call Mrs. Trumbull, miss, or the doctor?
Oh, no. Tell the policeman to wait. I'll be ready in a minute.
Now, just a minute, O'Davern. Are you trying to tell this court that you were attacked last night by supernatural beings?
Judge Watson, Your Honor, that I was.
We met up with it at the edge of the Fairchild Estate. And seeing as how they were the little folks touching down the road, I invited them to join me at Murphy's Liquor Emporium.
And they went with you. The fairies went with you.
Well, sir, there we were on our way, when one of them, a North of Ireland runt named Dugan, passed a certain remark about me dear Uncle Seamus, now deceased and departed.
Will you kindly get to the point?
Naturally, I remarked right back at him and doubled it. And then this pusillanimous lump told me to shut up, or he'd knock me kneecaps off. Now, there was where I made my mistake. They all fell upon me, thousands of them. I was up to me belt buckle in fairies.
You were up to your belt buckle in whiskey.
Oh, me lid. Oh, please, listen.
Here. Just who are you, little girl?
You remember me, Judge Watson? Sheila O'Monaghan.
Oh, yes, of course. The little Irish girl.
And now that she's here, Your Honor, she'll tell you I did see the fairies last night.
Oh, yes, sir. A whole tree full of them.
Now, just a minute. Well, more visitors. Come in, Mr. Trumbull. Doctor, Mr. Findlay.
How do you do, sir?
How are you?
I hope you'll excuse us. We just came to get the little girl.
The gentleman, Daven's in trouble. His Excellency doesn't believe that we saw the fairies last night.
Sheila, we mustn't interrupt the court.
But I'm just asking you that you tell the judge what you saw with your own eyes. You did see the fairies last night. You did.
Sheila, dear, what difference does it make?
Don't you see what you're doing? You're sending O'Davin to prison for telling the truth. Well, why don't you speak?
Gentlemen, did you see fairies last night, or did you not?
Sheila, my dear, it was just a sort of a game, my dear.
Yes, dear, just a little game.
Then you don't believe. And after you saw them leaving the trees.
Never mind, darling. Never mind, my lady.
But there must be fairies. There must. I couldn't live if there weren't. I wouldn't want to.
Yeah?
Yes, Your Excellency.
Come here, child. Here to the window.
Yes.
You too, O'Davin.
Yes, Your Excellency.
Are those the fairies you saw? The little people out there in the prison yard.
The little folks, they're here. A miracle.
But they're not fairies, Sheila. They're midgets. Dugan's midgets from the vaudeville theater.
But, Davin.
The judge is right, my lady. Midgets. Just humans, darling, who never grow up. And leave squaring with pixies hanging atop there.
And if they're humans, the real fairies are still in my tree. And they're going to cut it down and kill them all.
Sheila, my dear, we did it only to make you happy.
Make me happy. You make me wish I was dead.
They'll have released the midgets. The case is dismissed.
Well, thank you very much, Your Honor.
I'm not through with you. I want to see all of you right away in my chamber.
And that's what they've done to her, Your Honor. And that's why I say they're three contemptible, low-down weasels.
Are you drunken? Judge, I demand O'Devon be thrown out.
Before you do any demanding, Mr. Findlay, I suggest you answer his accusations. Did you hire Dugan's midgets?
Yes, but only...
And second, is it true or not that you brought this child into your home only to acquire her property?
Your Honor, please, now, but...
Well, Dr. Bond...
Yes, it's true. It's true. We were in a difficult situation, and, well, it seemed the simplest solution. But we've changed since he came to us. I can't explain it, except we've never heard a little girl laugh before, or waited for a good night's kiss, frightened to death she might forget it. You couldn't take her away from us now, Judge. Why, we wouldn't be able to... Well, hang it, man, we love her.
How can you love me? Dressing up little humans pretending they were fairies.
Sheila, we do love you. You're the only one we've ever loved, except your grandmother. Now, please, tell Judge Watson that you want to stay with us.
And I'll buy you a pony, Sheila, a nice red pony.
A red pony. You can't buy love for pounds and pence.
I was so happy last night. I thought that you believed in the fairies and how they'd help you get rid of your sinful old money and lead you into heaven. But it's too late. I can't go back with you.
You won't have to, Sheila. Mr. Findlay, Dr. Blunt, Mr. Trumbull, consider yourselves discharged as the child's guardian.
But Judge...
Bailiff,
Yes, sir?
get the matron. We'll arrange to commit the child to the state home for orphans.
Oh, no, I won't go. I won't go.
Sir, Your Honor, she has plenty of money, the money we paid for her property.
And I'll not touch a penny of it. Not a penny.
Your Honor, she's a Monaghan. She can't go to an institution.
Sorry, O'Davin, there's no alternative.
Yes, sir. Oh, look at you. 3 wise men. After what you've done, it's you who should be put in an institution to rot behind bars for the rest of your selfish lives. 3 wise men. 3 wise fools.
That'll be enough of that.
Oh, Davin, help me, please. Oh, Davin, help me.
Oh, alternative, he says, darling. Oh, over me dead body there, eh? Come on, me lady, run, run.
Stop. You'll never stop. You'll never stop.
Run, me lady, run, come on.
We pause now for station identification. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
In just a moment, Margaret O'Brien, Lionel Barrymore, Louis Stone, and Edward Arnold will return in 3 Wise Fools. Our guest tonight is proof that miracles can and do happen in Hollywood. She's lovely Janet Leigh, who at the age of 19 has been chosen for one of the most important screen roles of the year. In Metro Goldwyn Mayer's The Romance of Rosie Ridge. Won't you give us a few highlights of your success story, Janet? And don't be modest.
Well, I really haven't had a chance to catch my breath yet, Mr. Keeley. Everything happened so fast. First came my contract at the studio, and then my first picture role in a romantic drama of the period following the Civil War. And, well, you know what a hero is, Mr. Keeley. So you'll understand why I can hardly believe my good luck to be playing opposite him.
The popular Van Johnson. And he has the most versatile role of his career in that picture. A two-fisted fighting man.
Oh, Van does some fine singing, too. American folk songs to his own guitar accompaniment. Oh, it was also fun to work with such a famous member of the cast as Thomas Mitchell.
A truly splendid character actor. How did you like going on location for The Romance of Rosie Ridge in the high Sierras?
Oh, it was rugged, but it was beautiful up there. No contact with the outside world for 2 weeks. So I had to be sure to pack carefully. And I know Mr. Kennedy would be interested to hear of one suggestion I got over and over again.
I'm thinking of a certain beauty soap that's rather popular in Hollywood, Miss Lee.
Yes, Mr. Kennedy. Everyone said, be sure to take a supply of Lux toilet soap, as though I forget my daily complexion care. I've been using Lux toilet soap for a long time, you know.
Maybe that's one reason the studio didn't even make a screen test of you, Miss Lee. Any cameraman knows a lovely Lux complexion always photographed like a charm.
Thank you, Mr. Kennedy.
Hollywood stars and starlets know how effective Lux toilet soap care can be. The rich, fragrant lather makes Lux toilet soap their favorite bath soap, too. It's truly Hollywood's own beauty soap. Thanks for being here tonight, Miss Janet Leigh. All good wishes in your bright new career. Here's your producer, William Keeley.
Act 3 of 3 Wise Fools, starring Margaret O'Brien as Sheila, Lionel Barrymore as Gaunt, Louis Stone as Trumbull, and Edward Arnold as Finley. Several hours have passed, but neither the police nor the frantic efforts of the 3 old bachelors have revealed any trace of Sheila and O'Davin. Slipping through town, the runaways have halted at an iron front gate. On it, a bronze plaque reads, St. Mary's Convent.
Oh, darling, you can't. You can't enter the convent.
I'm just made up, O'Davin. I'm denouncing the world. Sure, 'tis nothing but a great ball of mean sea lies.
But we could run away, my lady. Out west. Kentucky. Or Maine. We'll become Indians.
No, Davin. Thank you, but no. We place us in a convent. What more can I do with my wasted life? To let them cut off my hair and have done with it.
Oh, what's to become of me? Left to die in a drunkard's grave.
Oh, me poor man. But you've got to be brave. I'll be praying for you every second beat.
Oh, where?
You promised me you'll have no more dealings with Mr. Kildarren's Irish whiskey.
Not a thimbleful. Not a whiff.
Then go, Davin. Go now. And God keep justice.
What time is it now, Richard? It's 10 minutes to 10. And in 5 minutes, it'll be 5 minutes to 10. And if you ask me once more, I'll ram that clock right down your throat.
Well, I can't help it. I'm worried.
You're worried.
If it hadn't been for you and your midget flea circus, Sheila'd still be here.
Oh, sure. Blame me. Anytime anything happens around here, it's my fault.
Yep.
For 40 years,
I've listened to your yapping. I'm getting tired of it.
All right, I'll leave this house tomorrow. Good. I can't wait to get your room fumigated.
Gentlemen, she insists on seeing you.
Who insists on seeing her?
I do. See you I will. I'm Sister Mary Bridget from the convent. I come for Sheila's clothes.
Oh, you found her.
She found us, poor little tyke.
Oh, thank heaven she's safe. Sister, you have influence in this town. Help us get her back, please.
I hope you'll never get her back. I've just been to see Judge Watson. There's a fine boarding school upstate. I'm taking her there myself tomorrow. So send up your man to fetch her clothes.
Get her clothes, Frederick?
Yes, sir.
The three biggest men in this town are you. The three blackest sinners.
We tried to buy the property back, but they've already started to clear the land.
I know all about it.
What we did was wrong, and we know that.
And what do you know of the mind of a child? Denying her the fairies, calling them superstitions. Would you be denying Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny and the stork? You took everything from her she believed in. And now she wants to die.
But surely there's something we can do.
The only thing I know is to save that tree.
But that's impossible.
Is it? Before I let them cut it down, I'd nail myself to the trunk and make them cut me down with it. Ah, but you won't do anything. You just haven't got the courage or the love. I'll wait in the carriage for the child's play.
Hello, Acme Contracting Company.
Hello, Mr. Johnson. This is Quimby.
Yeah, you got that ground cleared yet?
That's just it, Mr. Johnson. It's a big oak tree. When we came to work this morning, he was chained to it.
What are you talking about?
Dr. Gaunt, he's chained himself to the tree. We can't cut it down.
Yeah, but you got to cut it down. Wait, I'll be out there in 10 minutes. Hey, Sam, get hold of Appleby at the university right away. Now get back to work, you man. I think I can take care of Dr. Gaunt.
Oh, you can you?
Yes. Now, what's the idea of chaining yourself to this tree?
So you can't cut it down, that's why.
But we got to cut it down. We got to clear the property, don't we?
You're not cutting down this tree.
Dr. Gaunt. Oh, Dr. Gaunt. What on earth's the matter? Who chained you to the tree?
He did it himself, Mr. Apple.
You are not cutting down this tree.
But, Doctor, people will think you're crazy. You'll be ruined. Come on, open the padlock. Where's the key?
I gave it to a gopher.
This property belongs to the university. I'll call the police.
Well, go ahead.
You started it.
Well, then tell the flatfoot to bring me a sandwich.
I'll tell him. Now, will you guys get back to work? Another every trick, Oh, Gilbert, I told it is another trick.
Oh, where is she? Is Sheila here yet?
Here? So you can hurt her again?
I don't want to hurt her. I'm just trying to save her tree.
Well, then you believe?
Should I be doing this right, isn't it?
Look me in the eye. Do you believe in fairies? Yes or no?
No.
So I was right. It is a deception.
Yes, it's a deception, yes. But don't you see? I'm trying to give that child her faith again. Now stay here, old Davin. Help me convince her.
She's coming here.
I sent that bitch to the convent.
She'll not budge a step after what you've done to her.
Then you get her yourself. You've got to now. Now, before they take her out of town.
I'll try.
And hurry, old Davin. Hurry. Well, Dr. Gaunt. Mr. Badger. What do you want, you buzzard?
Always said you'd wind up in chains.
Yeah.
Where are your accomplices? Where's Findlay and Trumbull?
I don't know.
Stand by, boys. Take down everything he says.
We will, boss.
You are my reporters. Oh, Mr. Appleby's here, too, I see.
I brought the policeman, Doctor. Now, unless you give us the key to that padlock, we'll cut you loose with a hacksaw. Where's that key?
Go ask the gopher.
Oh, come on, Doc. What's the idea?
You wouldn't understand, you pot-bellied pencil pusher.
Just give us one little reason for all this nonsense.
I have chained myself to this tree because it's the home of the fairies.
Fairies? What fairies?
You really believe that, Gaunt? I don't see any fairies.
Well, neither do I. But they're in this tree, all right.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
I'll take care of this.
Well, Mr. James Trumbull.
Oh, I hate to say this, Mr. Trumbull, but I do believe Dr. Gaunt has lost his mind.
Save your breath, Jim. You wouldn't believe in fairies if I showed you their birth certificate.
Richard, what you're doing is a wonderful thing, but it won't save the tree.
I know that.
What's the good of it, then?
Well, at least it may restore her belief in, well, it's not in fairies, at least in human beings.
But Sheila's gone, hasn't she?
I sent a Davenport for her. If he brings her here, she'll realize that at least one of us hasn't let her down.
Oh, I see. You mean that no one here believes in fairies but you? None of these good people?
Jim, I love you.
Thanks. Well then, Doctor, I'm standing here with you until they dynamite us out.
That's a great idea. Now, but I guess we better try the hacksaw first. Well, Mr. Trumbull, don't tell me you believe in fairies.
Your skepticism does you little justice, Mr. Badger. The manifestations of the supernatural have been known throughout the ages.
Hallelujah. Get that, Charlie, word for word. Tell us more now, like what do fairies eat?
Honey, of course. Honey and garlic.
And what do they drink? Grasshoppers, milk, and sap. You sap.
I got her. I got Sheila.
I got her.
Oh, come on now, gentlemen. Let us through here.
Play along with me, James. We've got to do it. We've got to put on an act for it.
I know. Look, Richard. Up on that limb. There. 5 of them. 5 pink fairies.
Imagine. And they're all strumming their harp.
Harp?
Well, can't you hear them?
Yeah, of course I can. Yeah, I can hear them as well as you can. Well, Sheila, hello, my dear.
Good morning. Oh, darling, you can see the fairies and I can't.
But you will, my lady. You will.
Look, Doctor. There's another group. And they're eating oatmeal.
Oatmeal? Nonsense. That's buttercup mush.
Do they believe, oh, darling? Do they really believe?
They do indeed, my lady. Oh, Sheila, darling, Sheila.
You do believe. You do believe.
Can you forgive us, my dear? Can you?
Oh, I love you. I do love you.
Now don't cry, Sheila. Please don't cry now.
I won't. Where's Mr. Finley?
Well, we don't know, Sheila.
There he is. Conniving over yonder with Mr. Appleby. Why isn't he with you, protecting his trees?
I don't know, the overstuffed miser.
I'll take care of him. Excuse me, my lady. I'm about to feed up on the first millionaire.
All right, boys, get those stars and axes.
Well, canes or no canes, we won't touch him.
Come on, stand aside over there. Come on.
Oh, no. Please don't cut it down. Please don't.
Hey, you better take her, Mr. Badger.
Oh, no. Don't cut it down. The fairies. He'll kill them all.
Sheila, dear.
Let the key alone. It's all this that we can stand. What did he say? Look what I've got.
A check.
A check for $1 million. $1 million? Mr. Finley. Sell us back this property, he said, and I'll give you $1 million. Ted did that. So I accepted, naturally.
$1 million? Naturally.
We'll make it into a park, he said. Then the tree can stand forever.
Not just a park. Simply park. That's part of the deal, Appleby.
Mr. Finley, you gave your last $1 million to save the tree.
Well, why not?
Oh, Ted.
Sheila's forgiven us, Ted. Can you?
No, I guess I'd better. Looks like you two will have to take care of me from now on.
Oh, was there ever such happiness? And we have the fairies to thank for it. The glorious little creatures. But I wish I could see them like you do.
Show them to her, Ted. Show them to her. See, there. Well, that's second right.
Oh, yes, right. Certainly. Now concentrate, Sheila. They're right up there on the... Well, of course you can't see them. The word, Sheila. The incantation.
Oh, and it's sure yet to get me again.
Now, shut up, everybody!
Between the other snow, it's the green on the knees. Darling rise, barely glower. The last machine left the light.
Well, Sheila? Well?
I can see them. The fairies, they're there.
You bet they are, darling. Right in the middle of Finley Park.
The curtain falls on a splendid performance from our four stars. And here they are at the footlights. Margaret O'Brien, Lionel Barrymore, Louis Stone, and Edward Arnold. Sure, and it's a fine accounting you gave of yourself, Margaret, my darling.
It was my thinking, Mr. Keeley.
You almost had me seeing those little people myself.
What does a leprechaun look like, Margaret?
Oh, they have big ears and pointy turn-up noses.
Can you vouch for that for sure?
Well, of course, there really aren't such people. Oh, maybe there are.
As you said yourself, what makes that window blind go and fly up when nobody's around?
Could be the sound effects man.
Right, Margaret. And I can see you're right about another thing, too. Lux toilet soap. I'm sure that nice, smooth complexion means you use it regularly.
Oh, I do. I use Lux soap every single day of my life.
And that's more evidence that you're a very wise and up-to-date young lady.
You know, Bill, Margaret that is another skill to her many talents out at Metro Golden Mare.
So I understand. Learning the ballet for her newest picture, The Unfinished Dance.
Well, that's quite an accomplishment, Margaret. Was it difficult?
No, but in the middle of making the picture, I hurt my toe and couldn't dance.
Oh. Well, is that why they call it The Unfinished Dance?
No.
Oh, why do they?
We'd have to go to the theater and find out.
But coming back to your toe, Margaret, did it mean that you couldn't dance in the ballet?
No. Mr. Pascanak, the producer, promised me I could be in the ballet. So he postponed shooting it until my toe healed.
Ah, well, Margaret, you must never break your promise to a little girl.
Did you ever dance ballet, Mr. Barrymore?
No. No, I'm afraid I'm hardly the type.
Did you ever toe dance, Mr. Arnold?
Only on other people's toes.
Well, I don't know about his dancing, Margaret, but Mr. Arnold gives a fine performance for MGM in The Hucksters.
Thank you, Bill. And speaking of pictures, what are you doing on Lux next Monday night?
We're fortunate in having a delightful and nostalgic play in 20th Century Fox's Margie, starring Jean Crane and Glenn Langan in their original screen roles. Margie is a warmly sympathetic story of teenage romance, its trials and triumphs, joys and heartaches. A play that's filled with a spirit of youth and humor and brightened by the lilting tunes of the 20s.
I love Margie, Mr. Keeley, and I'm sure your audience will, too. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Thanks for a wonderful evening. Lever Brothers Company, the makers of Lux Toilet Soap, join me in inviting you to be with us again next Monday evening when the Lux Radio Theater presents Jean Crane and Glenn Langan in Margie. This is William Keeley saying good night to you from Hollywood.
Be sure to listen next Monday night to the Lux Radio Theater presentation of Margie with Jean Crane and Glenn Langan. Stay tuned for My Friend Irma, which follows immediately over most of these stations. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.